Hello everyone and welcome to another unit review, and today we are going to be taking a look at Sabin. And honestly, Sabin is, well, this whole banner has just been cursed for me. The Final Fantasy VI event, cursed. The weapon raid that even came with it, cursed. Reviewing these damn units, cursed. Anyway, today I would like to say a special thank you to someone out there on my friends list. Vesper, you have provided a absolutely awesome one, and I'm going to say nothing but nice things, at least until we get to talking about, some of the good things and bad things. Units have, ups and downs. This is nothing against Vesper. So thank you very much to you and for providing this unit, basically, to kind of give a peek to people about how good this unit is. So let's talk about Sabin. Sabin has been long delegated to just a basic fodder unit, and not even a fodder unit that was really any good before his 5-star version came along. And thankfully his 5-star version is considerably more interesting, but it does have flaws. First of all, his Trust Mastery, plus 60% attack when equipped with a fist, and auto cast heal with about 1800 HP at a 1 times mod. So auto heal as well as 60% attack with fist, great! Kind of. We'll talk about it in a minute. To get this guy, the most out of this guy, you're basically going to have to equip a fist, and especially because you want his, Trust Mastery ability and everything, and that's kind of a can of worms. Now, the Super Trust Mastery is an accessory. 55 attack, 30% HP, 60% attack when equipped with a fist. I don't know if I want this for Sabin, but I definitely want this for Tifa. Oh my god, is this just an absolutely beastly thing. It would be good for Sabin too. Again, we'll talk about the reason why later. We're not going to talk about his limit burst yet, but let's talk about him stat-wise. Base attack 207 with an extra 65 points put in. Base attacks have definitely been creeping up recently. This is definitely good. A base attack of 207 is very nice. Extra 65 points put in means that this guy can reach very high attacks. Of course, there's a tiny problem with all of this that we will come back to later. But in general, I think it's really nice. He also has a pretty nice spirit stat, too. And generally high HP, generally nice MP, so I think stat-wise, he's pretty good. Now, getting into his kit, something that's really interesting, he can also equip spears. This will be important, but something we talk about later. You can also upgrade for spirit, but that's really not a good idea. Now, in his kit, some of the interesting things, he does have a 200% attack increase when unarmed, so for new players who don't have any equipment, you don't really need any new equipment to start, and you can get pretty high attack out of this guy. Other than that, he does have some critical hit attacks. He does have a way to use a light attack that uses his spirit as a magic attack. It's only basically one hit, even though it does give extra damage versus Reapers. This won't be a major damage dealer. You're basically going to be using it for the killers, and if it's not a spirit, then if it's not against a Reaper, then you're probably not going to be using it anyway. He does have an AoE heal that's a 1500 HP with a 6.8 times mod. That's kind of interesting. It also restores 30% MP and heals some things, so it's kind of nice. He has 5% MP recovery return, which is great. Extra boost to Spirit, which is really nice, considering that, is just getting a generally nice Spirit means that he'll be a pretty durable little attack damage dealer. Both of his chaining abilities that are in his 5-star kit, oh boy, they're 10 hits, so I haven't even tried if they necessarily chain with the other 10 hit abilities, or who they chain with, but it's not exactly the greatest chaining family. It is AoE, but it's not the greatest chaining family. He also has a way to reduce his own HP to 1. This is important for powering up his limit burst, and he will cure all status ailments of everyone, and everyone except himself. He will, well, except self on both of these, he will also fully restore HP to everyone, which, okay, I guess it's a status effect cleaning, but you definitely need to have no status effects on this guy, otherwise it's not really going to help that much. He has ways to add both water and fire to his attacks. Now he does have a 70 MP 8-hit chaining ability, and it I do believe is backloaded damage as well, which is super nice. This can chain with Axstar with the fire, and with water, I believe it can chain with Satan. So that makes him have 2 good chaining partners. I have to admit though, 70 MP is a little bit of a high cost, but damage dealing, it's pretty nice. Now in his kit, he does have some counter abilities. He also has W casting abilities, which is great because in his kit, if you do equip his own TMR, basically he has 200% natural true dual hand, which is great, but when are we going to get a really good true dual hand fist? Because that's really what's going to hold this guy back. No great true dual hand fist means you're either giving up a lot of attack off the fist materia, or you're just not getting true dual hand because you're equipping other materials. Either way, it's a little bit divisive on his kit, and one of the things I do not super like. Now, he does have an interesting just multi-hit 99 MP ability. It's available turn 3 on a 3-turn cooldown. It's interesting. It's definitely different. All the hits also ignore 50% defense, but how strong this is at 5 hits at weird frames, probably not super amazing. He also has a 2-turn cooldown on his 64 MP ability that heals for a fair amount, removes all debuffs, and gives him access to triple cast as well as a couple of modifiers for his ability. Pretty darn strong, but you gotta use kind of a turn using it, because, well, I'm pretty sure maybe you can double cast it. We'll test it out soon enough. And his other ability, available turn 1 on a 10-turn cooldown, basically an 81% damage, HP damage, and a 5-turn plus 250% attack. Self-limit burst gauge, fill at plus 36, and a 5-turn auto-revive with 100% HP. So that's kind of cool. He hurts himself, and if he does kill himself, then he gets revived, but I think he loses all his stuff, so, it's bittersweet. He also, for the last one, at level 120, has an extra 5%, so 10% MP recovery per turn is pretty nice. But the big thing is his limit burst. This is a huge thing, maxed out with the below 20% HP. Gives him up to a 3,500% single target 52 hit physical attack, ignoring 50% defense, and gives triple cast for 2 turns. Very, very, very strong limit burst that has, a few problems. One, again, you really need to just do a ton of damage to yourself, which is always a little bit scary. On that turn you can definitely heal up, but you want to be careful about how you use it. Speaking of being careful about how we use this, let's show this ability off. So we're going to just take ourselves right down. Bam! So now we have that limit burst pretty much ready to go. Axstar, if you would do the deed, thank you very much. You can see you get the auto revive on there too, which is pretty nice. And unlike the Edgar review, I'm not... Ooh, we got some bonus units. Ooh. Maybe this isn't all bad doing it this way. Let's show off his fire as well as his wind chaining abilities. Not bad for damage dealing, not bad. Not the greatest. And next we're going to be trying to chain with Axstar. Oh, no we're not. We're going to be using the bonus units. Well, in the meantime, we don't want to heal you, actually. We want to keep you pretty weak. Kind of a necessity to do this a little bit this way. We want to save his limit burst for the end here. Alright, this is the enemy that caused me trouble before, so let's just ease into him a little bit, and we'll try and see if this chains properly. Yeah, very nice little chain right there with Axstar. You put the fire element on Sabin too, he'll chain very nicely with Axstar. Right? So one more time, let's just see how much damage this kind of does on its own. Fair amount of damage. Now, of course, the last thing we're going to show off is Limit Burst here. And because our HP is below 81%, is weakened, he just gets right into becoming more powerful. So let's show this off. Now here's the biggest problem that I have with him. While his Limit Burst is really cool, you can see that there are a lot of drop frames there. So chaining wise, it's not as impressive, and you definitely need 2 Sabins to make it work. With that being said, Sabin can just, 70 MP his way through a lot of damage with an Axe Star if you're not, 2 7-star Axe Stars like I seem to see in Arena all the fucking time. Anyway, I gotta say that I think Sabin is actually, really solid. I think his kit is really good, but it might be missing a few things that are important. If we don't ever get a really great true dual hand fist, yes, I know there is a true dual fist in the game. You stop your comments, okay? But the point is that if we don't ever get a really high attack one, Sabin's always going to be a little bit held back by it. If there ever is an amazing true dual hand fist in the game, Sabin could be absolutely insane for how much attack he can get. Probably easily over 3,000 because of that 200% true dual hand. But that basically tells me that there's probably not going to be that good of a fist in the future. By equipping a spear that is true dual hand, you're wasting out on the attack bonuses because you have to equip that material anyway. So his kit is basically held back by how divisive it is, but he's a strong damage dealer, and unfortunately he doesn't suplex any trains. So that is all for now, and I will see you for the next unit review next time, which may be a global one, who knows. Till then, see you next time.